epic intro prepared. You guys ready? Everyone in the chat, you all ready for this? This is going to be funny. Hopefully it works, and hopefully I don't deafen everybody. Alright, let's do this. It is game number 7 between mGG and TCP. This is match point. If Alpha takes this, of course, that means victory to mGG. If our opposing player can win it, perhaps he could go on a streak and win the game. We'll find out very soon, and we will see in just a moment. And I will I'm gonna show you guys in just a second. Okay, here we are. It's oh, he spoiled it. It is TCP Chase. Woo. There you go. That's your epic intro. And his opponent trying to get out there and get the 5th strike here for mGG is our red Protoss up at the top left. It is Alpha. Alright, so it wasn't as epic as I intended because Alpha was typing and sort of gave it away who it was going to be. He's an mGG betrayer. What? Yeah, I'll fix the banner in a sec. Hang on. Alright. There you go. So, we do have a Protoss versus Zerg here, ladies and gentlemen. They are talking about eggs for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, he's talking about how do you like his cannons, and he said scrambled, not poached, please. Very cool. So we'll see what happens here. It looks as if it looks like we are going to get a very quick forge and a gateway. Just right, straight up there from Alpha. He does know that there is a very quick pull as well. Looks like the drones are trying to catch out that lingering probe there as well. A quick lol from Chase. The spawning pool, I don't think that was insanely fast. I'm sorry, I was a little bit too busy trying to make epic intros, but it looks like Alpha is going to be able to just make sure his defense is up quite nice, and we'll see if he's going to be able to block the hatch. It looks as if he will. A couple of things will pop out. There's 4 of them in total. The pylon goes up. No safety pylon this time from Alpha, but he will be able to get his Nexus up pretty quickly as well. Interesting little pickup line in the chat there from you guys. But the hatchery does go down from Chase, so he does get that very quickly, and will be able to continue on as you normally would. So I'm interested to see how this one's going to go. The probe does hang out at the 3rd. Is going to get taken out. Nope, the Ling is just going to continue on. There we go, does finally find it. And there we go. He's going to be able to take that quick little probe down. But just as you can see, Chase going straight for these rocks, does not want to let the option of the 3rd base being quickly sniped by a possible 2 base be, you know, something that is available to Alpha. But I don't know, I'd be very surprised to see if Alpha went for something very 2-based, because he's normally 2-based. He's normally someone that does like to macro up a bit and really go for that late game tech. Of course, if most of you guys will know Alpha, you will know that he's a bit of a player who likes to pick up carries every now and then. Always good fun to see. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure how to expect this game. Who likes who knows Chase and who knows how he plays? Because I've never seen him play before. But I'm assuming we're going to see some standard sort of roach timings here, perhaps a little threatening on the third base of Alpha. We'll see if he does pull out something similar to a 2-base Immortal timing. As I said, I doubt he's going to do something like that, but who knows? He may pull something a little bit different out for the final, but there is a Robo relatively soon, straight after the, not even before. Wow, the natural hasn't even really been saturated just as of yet, but he's continuing on that pro production. The Robo does start a very quick timing there. We'll see if he picks up gases number 3, and it's a big sign of the actual tech that you're going to go for and whether it's going to be pretty quick. You guys are crazy in the chat. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't really expect Alpha to go for something with 2 bases here. I'd really expect him to go up to 3, but now as we can see, Chase has picked up his Roach Warren. It's around about the 7-minute mark, or just a little bit earlier when that went down, so he's going to have out the Roaches just in case of any possible threats that might come about. But there is an Immortal very quickly from Alpha. Of course, we're going to have to look and see if he's going to actually do something with a lot of sentries or not. There is only 1 gate. No, 1 and then Twilight. So, okay, I think he may actually go for the 2-base Immortal thing, just because of the fact that we picked up that Twilight Council. I don't really know if that's sort of something that you would really want to see at this point, but he's going to get inside. A couple of Zealots have actually made their way all across the map. It is kind of like getting a pawn across the map in chess. He should get a free queen at this point. But it doesn't really get too much damage done. Tried to take a shot at this creep tumor that was here. Almost got it, but was a little bit too slow for that. And he may be able to find some of these extra units here. There is an Overlord just across to the side that moved along just to try and find out if the 3rd base was there. But it does look like it is going to be a DT tech from Alpha. So I have seen him do this a couple of times. What he's going to try and do is get a Warp Prism out and get that to drop in some of those DTs. Yep, here he goes. He's got 1 Immortal. We've got a couple of Zealots inside along with that as well. Think of this a little bit like a Reaver drop in StarCraft Brood War, if you know what I'm talking about, where you use the Zealots to try and tank some of the damage, and then you can use the Immortal to put down a lot of damaging fire. But the big thing is that the Dark Shrine is actually going to finish just in time for him to be able to warp in a few DTs as well. So that's going to be very threatening here inside the main base of Chase. And is Chase going to be prepared for this at all? No Overseers on the map just as of yet. There are no Spore Crawlers either. So here we come, dropping down the into the pylon mode is that Prism. He's actually trying to micro around a little bit in the middle of the map. He needs to make sure that he has good defense. This Sentry working against him, getting in the way there, but the Immortal does drop down. The Zealots are also inside as well. DT trying to do all sorts of damage, warping in 2 of those, doing a really nice amount of damage. Perhaps the micro on this Immortal would be very sexy to see. Are we going to see it? No, he's just trying to target down the lair. He's just saying, no lair for you today. And he does get it. There you go, bam. Alpha getting straight inside. The Immortal survives. He's going to pick up 2 of the DTs and get out of dodge straight away. 1 DT left to fend for himself. He's like that guy in Saving Private Ryan. But nice little attack from Alpha, taking down the lair. That puts back Chase quite a little bit. He will need to morph another lair. As you can see, he's already on that quick sticks. He's got that a third of the way already done. So obviously, this gives Alpha a really, really nice timing with his Robo here. Of course, what we'll probably see him do is grab a couple of extra gates. No? He's got a total of 5 gates right now, or 6 gates, I should say. And he's going to have a second Robo. Alright, so it is definitely going to be a 2-base timing here, and a couple of DTs trying to do some more damage inside the main, but not really getting too much done, despite the fact there's no detection here, which is very interesting. I think he was trying to snipe out that Roach Warren, which would be a nice little catch, but at the moment, still waiting. Where is all the detection from Chase? God, man, come on. He's got a Spore building, but I mean, wow, that's quite a bit behind, but here he goes, trying to drop in the DTs, and the Immortal actually just disposing of that Queen as quickly as you could blink. and she goes down. The DTs and the Immortal escape. The Immortal is on very red health right now, so he's not going to have a fun time if he drops out again. But as we can see, Alpha is chrono boosting the hell out of all of his tech here. We've now got 4 extra Immortals. We've got a few sentries and a Zealot or 2. Going to warp in another DT, and things are going to get very, very dicey very soon. Slicey, dicey indeed. But here comes the Immortal and the DT drop again. Spotting there's a few units here. Don't want to let loose with that Immortal just as of yet. There he goes, takes 1 shot, 2 shot, little bit of micro, nicely done. Meanwhile, inside the middle section of the map, the Xelnugget Tower still under control of Chase, so he's still sitting with a good bit of vision at the moment. Of course, he's kept an eye on what's going on with the gas. He knows that his opponent has no third. So basically, at this point, if you're Chase, you want to be sitting there and thinking, alright, this dude's done DTs, he's now got 4 Immortals in the middle of the map. It's time to actually deal with what is coming, and if you see that your Protoss opponent has no third base at this point, you need to say, alright, it's time to get a buttload of roaches, a bunch of spine crawlers as well, and make sure that I am defended, because while there is a storm coming, it's not the Psy Storm variety. It is going to be a very, very heavy push here, with +1 weapons on these Immortals, these Archons as well, and the one lone DT, and of course the Zealot's going to be able to tank a lot. But here we go, going to be dependent on a couple of these force fields as well. Looks as if Chase does get a few of the roaches inside. He does actually get a few kills there as well. Now warping in, more Stalkers going to help out with the catch of those roaches, and wow, that was some, in the end, those force fields were actually really good, catching out a bunch of the roaches. Alpha up to 124 supply, Chase down to 107, trying to build 9 roaches. Important thing to note, roach speed is not done at the moment, so the roaches are going to be very slow to try and maneuver around the positions when he's flanking. 2 spawning pools being built by Chase, not sure what the plan is right there, but he does have to rebuild the spawning pool. There are 2 being built, no joke, there are 2. Where is the other one? There's 1. But looks as if the third base has been absolutely disintegrated right now by Alpha, and he is in a very, very nice position right now. And it looks like Alpha may be taking this clan war between mGG and TCP, but we'll see. Will the roaches be able to do anything here? There is a 5th Immortal that's joined the battle, and here he comes. He's going to lay down. In fact, is that 6? That is 6 Immortals, ladies and gentlemen, against roaches that only have +1 on their weapons. This secondary lair, is that going to go down? Yes, it is. I tell you what, with 6 Immortals firing, you bet your bottom dollar there is no way that lair is going to survive. Chase down to 107 supply, says, you know what, screw it, it's time to trade. And with the roaches that finally have speed and 1, they are going to be able to do something. And there he goes, forgot to rebuild the pool, except he forgot to rebuild poo this time, and that hurts. That definitely hurts. And Alpha is going to take the win here, with Immortals and Sentries and Stalkers just walking through his opponent's base. And that is around about it. But the roaches, they're not done just yet. Roaches getting inside, DTs are here as well, and Overseer is actually morphed in. That's nicely done. He may be able to get some damage done. You want to take out that Cybercore perhaps, but there is a Robo number 2, going to get munched down by those roaches. And then next on the menu will be those gateways as well. It looks if is he trying to head back? I don't know what the plan is here, but I don't think there's any way to try and come back to try and save the base, because there is just nothing left, firstly. And then secondly, there are 6 Immortals that are sitting here, or 5 Immortals that are sitting here trying to lay waste to anything that you have. So I'm not sure what Chase is doing with these roaches right now, but he did leave a few back inside the main base, taking out pylons here and there. A gateway is also going to be taken down as well. And the final battle, there it is, 5 Immortals laying waste to the roaches. There they go, the roaches just trying to head back inside. And GG is the call from Chase. So, game number 7, I think it is. 6 or 7? 7, I think I got it wrong. Whatever. Game number 3 goes to mGG Alpha, which means that that is a total of 5 to mGG. I did get that little that overlay on the main screen wrong. I'm sorry about that, but this one on this screen just to my left is the correct one. Let me just update it to make it all official. Bam. So Great play from all the players. Really good job from. Of course, we saw Fender at the start taking a really good win, and then being taken out by the Protoss as well. Dominator doing a good job of that, and then yeah, and it sort of came down to a win from Storms in a really weird kind of TVZ where Storms went for the 10 pool, and we saw Muex go for the proxy double racks, so that was a little bit interesting. And then from that point, Alpha comes out and dominates the rest of the game, so great play from him. So hope you all enjoyed the cast. It was a lot of fun to bring you some local action from the C scene. Of course, you can jump onto Twitter, it's DuckphilLol. You can go on the Facebook, which is duckphil.casting, not what's up there in the picture. I have to change that. And also YouTube, youtube.com/duckphilLol. It's been a lot of fun. You will see the VODs up on YouTube very soon. I'll try and get them up there as soon as possible. Hope you all had fun, and I'll catch you all next time.